Opening narration? Let me tell you a story about Dava, the goddess of the universe, and Dark Spectre, dragon god of the Oblivion realm. Dava and Dark Spectre were like Adam and Eve, same creator, different paths. Dava wanted to create all life that stands for happiness and peace to the universe she created, but Dark Spectre wanted to conquer and destroy worlds. Everything. Dava wanted, Dark Spectre wanted more, and to bring darks to the world. With his power he created him 2 sons and 2 daughters to carry out his wish. They brought darkness throughout the universe. Dava didn't have a choice, so she created a planet that grew, a tree that reached all the way to space, so she called it the planet of the grid tree, and created warriors called the Paladin Knights. Once Dark Spectre found out about the planet of the grid, he went after it, and with that a war broke out, a war that would last for years to come, until Dava's daughter Xena and Dark Spectre's son Zeninku. The two joined together as a love bond brought them together, putting stop to the war. For years to come, Xena and Zeninku would have a son named Drago. Once he was born, his darkness was way greater than the light. As he got older, he became more like his grandfather Dark Spectre. Drago became the most powerful dragon born. He started the warlord back up just as Dark Spectre knew he would. Zeninku tried to stop him, but Drago killed his own father. With that being said, the goddess Dava lost the war that day, and her daughter, so she moved the planet of the grid where nobody could ever find it. Narration: Planet Space Scene 1. 900 years later, after the War of the Universe, goddess Dava created a new universe with many planets, but her favorite planet was a massive planet called space. As we come to the planet, to a kingdom where the Paladin Knights held to protect the planet and the kingdom. As the scene would come to a carriage, struggling along the roads, 3 teenagers would be sitting inside, with one of them sitting there as if he was bored, as he would say,
"Man, this is so boring. When are we gonna get to fight something?"
That's all you can think about, is fighting just like a beast that can't be tamed, that always wants to lash out and cause a scene and make problems for everyone.
And who are you calling a beast? You 4-eyed goat milk drinker? I'd have punch your ass out of this carriage and watch your body roll for miles and miles. Sack of cow piss.
Oh, the disrespect! Listen here, you bedwetter. Don't you ever call me a goat milk drinker ever in your life, or I will promise you, your mother is going to feed you for the rest of your life. You shoe bottom licker.
Both of y'all, shut up. I'm trying to get some rest before we get to the next town. I promise I'm our goddess Dava. I'll kick both your asses and have both walking to the next village.
But he called me a bedwetter, and I cannot let that pass.
Well, sorry to say it, but you was when we were younger, so don't deny it, Zane. Now please just hush and let's enjoy the ride.
As the carriage continued to move on, the carriage would finally reach its destination, to a village that had been attacked, as fire would be everywhere, people getting attacked by dangerous creatures that looks to be humanoid dragons, killing, eating people. The 3 colored warriors dressed in Paladin Knight gear, as they look on to see what's happening, the 3 would jump out the carriage, headed towards the village on foot to fight off the humanoid dragons. Sitting on one of the village houses that's leading the onslaught would be a woman with dragon-like wings, dressed in full armor with the symbol of dragon on her chest. As she would notice the 3 Paladin Knights, she would speak out.
Damn it! They picked the worst timing to show up. They're gonna ruin the plans.
They can try to stop us, but it won't be enough. At the end of the day, they will die.
Oh, it's a good thing you decided to come with me, my dear brother. Us 2 together can conquer a planet. They don't stand a chance against us or the dragon feeders.
You're so right about that. They're no match for us. Especially you, my little sister. Now come. We have 3 paladins to kill.
The 3 Paladin Knights made it to the village and begin to fight off the humanoid dragons, cutting each of them down single-handedly, showing excellent swordsmanship. Zane, Anthony, and Samantha would stand back to back with each other. That's the remainder of humanoid dragons surrounding them, as they would notice behind them as the dead bodies started to change into humanoid dragons, as Samantha yells out,
Hey guys, look, the dead body's changing into humanoid dragons.
Damn it. We're gonna be outnumbered if this keeps on. All right, let's stay together. Keep calm. We got this. Remember your training.
we are calm. You're the only one that's freaking out and shaking over there. Do you remember your training?
Shut up! And yes, I remember my training.
Alright, now is not the good time to be fighting each other. Keep your head on task at hand, and let's take him out.
With that being said, our heroes would come together and keep the situation calm until Olympias busts through the humanoid dragons full speed, grabbing the faces of Zane and Anthony, within a flash catching Samantha off guard, leaving her to fight the humanoid dragons by herself, giving her a worried look on her face. But the humanoid dragons would stand down due to Viper stepping in to say,
Oh, don't worry, little girl. They're not gonna bite you.
I know you did not just call me a little girl, you dried out ghost-faced witch.
I see that, Jeffrey. Where's my new little play toy? Come on, play your death music.
Viper would dash forward, summoning a sword in her right hand. Swinging full force, Samantha couldn't help but to block the attack, sending her flying backwards into houses as the house collapsed on her as the scene would change to Olympias holding the faces of Zane and Anthony, letting them both go as they dropped down to the ground, causing two massive craters as dust clouds was made from the impact. But both Zane and Anthony would rise from ground, battle damaged from the fall, but they both would dust it off as Anthony would say,
Damn, that was one hell of a fall. Hey, look, Zane, we can't take this too lightly. We're gonna have to go all out for this fight.
Yeah, I kinda figured that. When he grabbed us, I felt his power. Something's telling me he's as strong as a Paladin Knight morphing master.
Damn it! I hate when you're right. Sometimes, yeah, you're right on that one.
Your talking's getting old. Now morph already, I have other things to do.
You heard him, Anthony. Let's morph.
Awaken the night! Paladin unleash!
What remarkable bright lights they are. The excitement of battle makes my blood boil.
Two beams of light in the colors of red and yellow would shot into the skies. Finally getting her footing, Samantha would make her way out the rubble as all of her injuries would heal. As she would notice the two bright red and yellow light in the sky, she would say,
Looks like they done more. I better as well.
I was sure you were dead after that hit, but it's a good thing that you're not, because now I can kill you with my bare hands!
You love hearing your own voice. Cause I'm tired of it. Awaken the night, Paladin unleashed.
Oh, I see you decide not to hold back. Yes, show me your power, knight!
Now 3 colored lights, dawning, red, yellow, and blue beams so bright into the skies as Zane, Anthony, and Samantha would morph as villagers would not be too far seeing the 3 bright lights into the sky as it would make its way to the kingdom, as well as they would watch on. But meanwhile, on the other opposite end of planet space in the South District, 3 other Paladin Knights would make it to a mountain city as they would look around, like if they were looking for someone. They would come into a tavern as one of them would say,
So this is where you've been all these years.
Whoever you are, go away. I'm trying to relax my mind. Hey, barkeep! Another round!
Oh, brother, this can't be her. This is not the great warrior Xena. She's supposed to be the magic mom of all creation, daughter of Dava. Please, she's just drunk off her rockers.
Cammy, that was out of line. She's a goddess!
Goddess my arse. She's been here for God knows how long, drinking herself underneath the table while billions of people are dying by our enemies.
That's enough. Draco is right. You shouldn't be disrespecting a goddess like that.
Plus, you know the penalties for disrespecting a goddess, so carry your words wisely before you speak.
Trust me, listen to your friends. Plus, I don't care about being a goddess, but disrespecting me? It's another thing less you're seeking to fight.
Suddenly, a voice would speak out on top of the upper stairway of the tavern, getting the attention of Xena, Jaden, Camilla, and Draco, as it would be the Imperium Knights.
I do say I am looking for a fight. Thank you, little pipsqueaks, for leading us to Zeta, the greatest warrior goddess in all the planet space.
You sure she's a goddess? She looks washed up. Looks like she ain't got no fight in her after all. Maybe she's just all talk.
How about you come down here, and I'll show you if I still got it!
Well, things just got out of hand real quick.
To be continued. On the next episode of Power Rangers Paladin Knights, Episode 2, War to Win, A Planet to Save. Narration for bonus scene Planet of the Grid Tree scene.
Looks like they finally showed themselves.
The fact that it was on planet space this whole time.
Your Majesty, how should we handle this?
Let's see how our young Paladin Knight Rangers handle this. I think they're up for the task. This is their battle. You are just spectators. Watch as your students handle this situation. It's what you trained them for.
You wish,
Your Majesty.
Majesty.